I'm Faisal Ibrahimi. I'm from Afghanistan. I'm given scholarship by ICCR, FYBA at Gimpel College of Arts and Science.
Why did you decide to go for the exchange program?
Well, as my country, Afghanistan, we always given scholarship by ICCR, so we want to know the culture exchange by the India and Afghanistan. So we want to exchange our cultures.
Tell us something unique about your program. ICC.
ICCR given opportunity to meet all international students, so we can exchange our cultures, we can understand each other, so we can learn new cultures.
What are the biggest challenges you faced during the program?
The biggest challenge is when you leave your country, you leave your family, so you will live alone for a time period. So it's the biggest challenge, you're living alone.
What do you think about the steps needed to overcome the challenges?
So first you have to be brave living in the country as a foreign student. So you have to take the challenges like accepting the cultures and food and all the country.
As a young exchange program student, how do you wish to use the program experience after you return?
As one of the students given opportunity, I'll go back to my country and share all the things I learned in this beautiful country like India, to share all experiences like a culture, the education system and everything about it.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Takumi Tanahara. I'm from Japan. I'm studying English at Goa University.
Why did you decide to go for the exchange program?
When I was in Japan, I met the people who Indian people who come to the Japan to study in Japanese culture. Then I talked with them. Then I was interested in Indian culture, language, something. So
Tell us something unique about your program.
uh, we stay in India for 6 months.
What are the biggest challenges you faced during the program?
We learn something the culture, the Indian, the food, Indian, the language in English.
What do you think about the steps needed to overcome the challenges?
We need to study English every day.
As a young exchange program student, how do you wish to use the program experience after you return?
I want to be an English teacher in Japan. Then I taught students about India.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Taban Muhammad Taban from Botswana. I studied MSc Physics in Goa University.
Why did you decide to go for the exchange program?
Before I heard about the exchange program, I heard it from a friend of a friend who is actually benefiting from the ICCR scholarship also. So I ended up researching more about it, then took it, but it's becoming more of a great interest.
Tell us something unique about your program.
My program as MSc Physics covers all the basics of general physics, astronomy, nuclear physics, quantum physics, which will give you a clear definition of which field of physics you want to go into the next year. They give you the best of both worlds, so that when you choose to for PhD or any further, you know what you want.
About ICCR. You're from ICCR student, no? About that.
ICCR scholarship here, especially in Goa University, there's many people, not just only local Indian students. There's multicultural people here. I get to learn things that I have never expected to learn. Different people living in, and just to say it out there, it's my country where I come from. It's a landlocked country. Is actually first time seeing a sea.
What are the biggest challenges you faced during the program?
The biggest challenge right now will be language barrier, a lot of cultural differences, but those are overcome due to climatizing to every situation. There is a little bit of culture shock at the beginning because of diverse cultures, but though I believe I'm strong and I'm getting to.
What do you think about the steps needed to overcome the challenges?
The steps needed to overcome the challenges basically throw yourself out there. Don't be afraid to try new things. What's the best thing that can happen to you? Somebody, if you fail, somebody laugh at you. Yeah, you just came a long way from home, and it's time to experience new things.
As a young exchange program student, how do you wish to use the program experience after you return?
a tricky one, but a good question. Oh, well, I would like to go back to my country, not only just to go there and be a lecturer or anything, but to go there and also explain about my experience and how this ICCR scholarship is not well known in my country. I just came to pass to it about, but it's a great experience. But had it been more advertised, then more Botswana will understand more, and I wish more Botswana will be partaking on this because it's a great experience indeed.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm Gulchin Ashur from Tajikistan. I'm doing MA in International Relations. ICCR program.
Why did you decide to go for the exchange program?
Well, since I've had former experience from exchange programs, and I really know the benefits of exchange programs, that's why I decided to try one more of this kind of programs to come to India.
Tell us something unique about your program.
The unique about ICCR program is that it provides you a lot of facilities. It provides you scholarship. It makes life a bit easier to not be self-financed student, but the full scholarship student, and it gives us a better chance to face opportunities.
What are the biggest challenges you faced during the program?
Well, during the program, the biggest challenge that I have faced it's food problem. But we are kind of making it to get rid of this problem by making our own Central Asian food. So, yeah.
What do you think about the steps needed to overcome the challenges?
Well, to overcome the challenges, first of all, we need to talk more with the experienced people. So, for example, we can talk with our seniors to overcome the problem, to our advisor, and we need to be ready to face challenges. We need to be ready to face challenges, and we need to accept them as opportunities to improve ourselves.
As a young exchange program student, how do you wish to use the program experience after you return?
Well, after going back to my country, I want to share all the experiences, all the traditional cultural aspects that I have learned in India back home to my friends, to my brothers, and I also want to bring changes, positive changes or differences to my society, to do community services and other stuff that will let me to share Hindi culture to my society.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Zakiullah Zahin. I'm from Afghanistan and I'm doing MA International Studies in the Department of International Relations, Goa University.
Why did you decide to go for the exchange program?
Actually, if you look at to go for any exchange programs abroad from your country, the thing that you go abroad is something that you have to exchange the relations and the cultural exchanging, and I try to get one of the scholarship of abroad the countries, and the ICCR is provide such facilities to abroad the students that they go to come to India and they exchange their cultural and as well some getting some educational career as well.
Tell us something unique about your program.
As you know, I'm studying international studies along currently and globally. International relations is a unique program and you will learn each and everything from around the world. It not just focus and limited educational. If you are a student of international relation, you have to know sports, economics, relations, and academic area. So it's very unique program for us and for all of the students.
Unique about ICCR.
Yeah, as the sir, I say the ICCR is one of the organization that they give the facility for the students to come to India and get some cultural exchanging, and this is the only plus point of the ICCR, that they are trying to get some abroad a lot of students to come to India, and they have exchanging their cultural values and their cultural views. So it's very unique organization around the India government.
What are the biggest challenges you faced during the program?
Every foreign students and international students, if they go abroad from their country, mainly they face most of the problems. But here in India, the most important and the most problems that challenges that the international students are facing, it's food challenge for them. But if you live for 2 or 3 months, you will normalize with the Indian food, and you will manage your food by your own as well. So the food is a challenge for the international students, and even for some of the students, the language is also a little bit issue for the international students. That English is an international language. They know English, but in India, some of the people, they don't know that language, and the Hindi language is something, and we face a lot of languages in India. So Hindi is also not the major language in India that every Indian know Hindi. They have various languages, so the language is also a problem for international students.
What do you think about the steps needed to overcome the challenges?
For the overcoming of challenges is use the opportunity which the ICCR provide you. The university and the Indian university provide you the opportunity. Go and use that opportunities 100% completely. You will obviously overcome the challenges.
As a young exchange program student, how do you wish to use the program experience after you return?
After completing of my this 2 years, obviously I will have a much knowledge about India, Indian culture, Indian people. So I will go with the knowledge of India, specifically as I'm a student of international relations. So we will know a lot about the international studies. So when I returned to my country, so I decided to make a committee for the advanced students to know about the ICCR and how to get that scholarship very easily, and the most important, to know about the cultural relation of India and Afghanistan.
I'm Nafisa Oliveira. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of English, Goa University. I am part of the English module for the SIP students who come from Japan. This is the 4th year that I'm teaching here, so it's currently my 4th batch of students. Every year has been a very pleasant experience. Every year there are different types of students. The English module is the first module that happens for the SIP students, so we hope that from there they can better comprehend the next subjects that are to follow. We are a couple of teachers who teach them, so each of us may have our own manner of teaching or different pedagogy which we hope is able to cater to their needs. So different students might learn differently, and that's why we hope that this variety of having various teachers can better help them. Some might be may concentrate more on the grammar part of it. Some might concentrate more on the pronunciation. Some might concentrate on application of grammatical rules. Some might concentrate on thinking. I try to make my classes quite activity based to get the students to be more interested, and I also focus more on making them speak, so more on oral communication. Through the classes, I have also learned a lot about their culture, and it's been a different type of challenge for me because I usually teach English literature, but here I have to focus more on English language communication or communication skills. But it's been a learning experience, and I hope that in some way I have been able to contribute to what they take back home to Japan with them. Thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Michaela Chetty, born in South Africa, originally from Indian ancestors, studying MSc Zoology at Goa University.
Why did you decide to go for the exchange program?
I'm on ICCR scholarship and I applied for my MSc via ICCR to learn about the different cultures and the diversity within India, and more importantly to add another language to my list that is growing.
Tell us something unique about your ICCR program.
My ICCR program this year has been a very good experience. It's been a roller coaster ride, mostly ups, very few downs. I've had wonderful experience. I've started learning about the local culture. I've started learning the local language, which is Konkani, and most importantly, which I believe is the food, which brings out the culture in people.
What are the biggest challenges you faced during the program?
To speak honestly and truthfully, I don't think there was a big problem that I have faced. Nothing as of that sort. No problems that were not resolvable.
What do you think about the steps needed to overcome the challenges?
Steps needed to overcome challenges that for international students face at Goa University would include more social interaction and more awareness to locals, so that they are aware of what nations are out there and their upbringings and their surroundings, as we are aware of Indians. So everything is a two-way road. What you give out is what you're going to get back.
As a young exchange program student, how do you wish to use the program experience after you return?
After I return back to South Africa, bringing awareness about India and its diverse cultures and languages would be my first important